The opinions expressed on the Custody Queen Show are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for personal, professional legal advice. The persons discussed are fictional and not based on actual clients.
Thought it was love, had kids in between. You can count on us, we're the Custody Queens. Yeah, you can count on us, we're the Custody Queens.
Happy Saturday, everyone at Go Country. Thanks for all our listeners. We're so excited to be back here for another Saturday. Today, we have a very exciting episode. We have a new Custody Queen joining us, Chalsie Keller.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Chalsie, we are so excited. We're going to get to know Chalsie today. We're going to ask her some questions, go through some icebreakers, all things family law. But Chalsie is a very experienced attorney in San Diego County. As everyone knows, we are a California-based firm, and we are so excited for this new ad. This has been a long time waiting for us to get a good fit and a good custody queen. We have a couple other attorneys that are new that we will be sharing over the next couple of episodes, and we are just so excited, as always, to continue to grow.
Much anticipated to have Chalsie join us. One of the biggest things that Sam and I look for when we are adding new members to the team, because we're not just hiring attorneys, we are hiring men and women that see the same. They think alike like us. They see the big picture. They see the education component. They see how we can really just help people think outside the box and not be subject to well, let's just go to court all the time, even though that's what we do when we need to. It's really important that we find attorneys that are humans, good humans at that, and that can really help navigate the process as a whole. Because you guys aren't just hiring us to divide assets. You're really hiring us to help you get to the next phase of your life so that you don't ever need to call us again. And that is all of our goals for everyone that needs us or calls us or is on this journey with us. And Chalsie doesn't just do San Diego. That is where she's going to be primarily based. And so we are so excited to add her to the San Diego family. But she does have extensive experience in most of all of Southern California and parts of Northern California.
Yep. Got a lot
Welcome,
of
Chalsie.
early on.
Exactly. All right, before we get into kind of getting to know Chalsie, I want to do our CQ Talk Box, which, as everyone knows, is just a little icebreaker where we ask a question and we kind of get to know Chalsie a little more. All right, so the question of the day is, what 5 products can you not live without? And Kristen probably can go on for 6 hours, but if you have anything offhand, Chalsie, let us know.
Offhand, the Way Curl Cream. I have naturally curly hair. I mean, today it's kind of blown out and straighter, but if I just let it after a shower do its own thing, it is curly and big. And without the Way Curl Cream, it goes crazy.
I love it.
Wait, I think we have a program or app in the background. Chalsie, do you have anything open? I think I can hear like mail being delivered or
That's my
something.
mail.
Okay, can you Amy?
I just exited out.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't muting your voice.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
Okay, so let's start over with Sam. You asking her the product again.
Okay, so Chalsie, what are the 5 products or product you can't live without?
So the first one on top of my head is going to be the Way Curl Cream. I have really curly hair if I let it go on its own, and that just keeps it kind of in check.
It's wild.
It's wild. Yeah.
Which I'm jealous of because I'm a straight hair girly. The curls that you see are a product of fake hair that is attached. So I wish I had the curly hair problem, but I have the opposite problem, straight hair.
That's kind of nice. We once talked about having a court wig, so that way you can just not even have to worry about doing your hair, and then just when you're ready to go to court and put it on, you're good to go.
Yeah, I could get behind that. I could really get behind that. It's
Yeah,
that
I'm looking for a whole court outfit, not just the wig. Like, like a pull-on jumpsuit with like a really cool jumpsuit and a wig and some Louboutin shoes. Oh wait, I just butchered that whole thing again.
That's amazing.
Okay, wait. I'm not just looking for the wig. I'm looking for the whole jumpsuit, some, really cool black heels and the wig, and I'm out the door. And can we get the face done too? Is that a thing?
Spray on?
Yeah. Like, oh, that would be amazing.
All right, Kristen, what are your 5 top products of the week?
Oh, of the week. That's a good one. Okay, so I just started using Korean skincare. I think you actually gave me a couple of recommendations. So I bought the So Me Blackhead Pore Cleanser. OMG. Life changing, available on Amazon for like $25. I can actually even share the link. OMG, like obsessed. Okay, so that's number one. And then I think by the same brand, I'll verify and post as well. It was the bubbly charcoal black mask. I think, didn't you buy the same one, Sam?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so it's almost like a carbonated mask, and I've bought others that were similar that were not nearly this good. So you put it on, and it goes on like a foam, and then it dries, and it actually like shrinks, and it kind of like almost dries up on your skin a little bit. Oh my gosh, I am telling you, between the two, life changing. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. My third is I just started using the EOS shave oil. OMG. Like shaving your legs, and just like, doing whatever you need to do. It doesn't irritate your skin. It doesn't like leave the bumps on your ankles. Like, it is amazing. $10 to $12, Amazon and Target.
Okay,
I just bought, yes, like amazing.
Yeah, before you move on to your next one, I'm always terrified about using an oil in the shower and like slipping and breaking my neck. Is that not an issue?
I do, well, and I'm very, very clumsy. Yeah,
Kristen falls and bops right back up.
I was like, I am very, very clumsy, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
I actually was, well, I don't know if I was mopping because my robot was mopping, but I had to direct because I have a couple of robots, and I actually had just gotten an amazing pedicure, but they did, the callus and the paraffin, so my bottom of my feet were so slippery that I literally just ate, what. But yeah, I do it in the bath. Okay, so EOS, I bought the cashmere, and then I went on to the EOS vanilla lotion. Oh my gosh, all of this is available at Target, Amazon. I'll share all the links. Phenomenal. And my 11-year-old daughter is the one that has turned me onto all of these products, except Sam sent me the cleanser, but they are all very, very reasonable. I'm telling these are
Riley
these
told me
products.
about the cleanser. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, so now, I mean, I literally invested in about 6 or 7 things from that line on Amazon. It's SOMMI, so some me. But I'm telling you, like, everything is like $50 or less. It is better than 99% of the skincare that I have in my bathroom that was significantly more expensive. Like hundreds of dollars more expensive.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
And then probably my 5th one I can't live without is my cappuccino Keurig pods. And I get the ones, they're cappuccino, but they also have a little bit of the mushroom supplement for the thinking and the focus. And I mean, I get up and it's like blindly, walking straight to the Keurig and hitting start. And I would not be able to survive without that.
Yeah. Look at how easy it was for you to come up with
I have so many more. Like, oh my gosh.
She was like, and that's from this week. No,
yeah, it was
and
like the last couple weeks.
If anyone is looking for products, new things to try, Kristen is the go-to for that by far. I
know. I get a lot of requests to start a store, which we did attempt once, but it's more work than I thought. So I do want to do that. Sam and I do want to do that for the different seasons. And I get a ton of requests to like post, but I don't know that people realize that's like it's like a full-time job. But it is definitely part of my passion, and I really want to kind of get something out there for all of the women out there that want to go from work to night or to soccer or to baseball, like one outfit. And I am the queen of being able to take athleisure to the courtroom, to happy hour, or to the sports court.
Nice.
So that is my I just bought last thing. Okay, I just bought these Crocs, but they're heels, but they're by Croc, and they're like
no, you didn't. You did not buy Kristen. You did not buy Croc heels.
Wait, are they
100%.
look like a Croc with a heel?
Yeah, so it's like almost like a wedge.
It looks like, what's the thing you golf off a tee?
Yeah.
That little thing. You got one of those
No,
on the
no, no, not that one. This one is like a wedge heel, but it's by Crocs, so it's the same material as the Crocs, but it's a thick wedge, and then it's a really cute wedge platform sandal. But I actually wore them to court last week. Not gonna lie, I wore them to my hearing last week, and you know why I did it? Because I had to go to Menifee, and that is a pretty far walk from where you park your car to the courthouse. And last time I wore very cute, very expensive stilettos that were not comfortable, and I think I ended up walking barefoot part of the way back because it's about a half a mile to a mile to your car depending how far you have to park.
And were they were they comfortable?
Oh my gosh, the Crocs sandals, 100%. I even actually have a pair on right now, but these are more just like beach sandals, super cute, but these aren't the ones I would wear to court. However,
that is hilarious.
And I do have these in 3 colors. Lime green is my favorite. And my husband says, "Oh, great, another box is coming. How many colors do we have coming this time?"
Kristen's proving my point. She is the go-to for all things shopping. All right.
Convenience. Wait, Sam, what's your wait, you got to give us a couple of yours.
Okay. All right, so I would say probably the number one thing right now that I've been using it's called K18 Air Wash. It comes in a little bottle and it's dry shampoo, but it's like a couple sprays, and you think that your hair is like wet and greasy. You're like, there's no way this is gonna work. And like, I have never not been able to wash my hair like almost daily or every other day. And every hairstylist is always yelling at me, like, you have to go several days in between washes and all that stuff. And I never do. But now I actually can. So like my hair right now is like 3 days, 4 days in. So yeah, highly recommend. It's my favorite dry shampoo, and that's the end of my list.
Wait, no, because Sam is like the makeup guru. I might be more of like the lifestyle, but Sam is the makeup. But I will say I'm on like the opposite end of the spectrum. Like I will go so far without washing my hair just because it's a pain in the booty to like blow dry and straighten. Yeah. That my hair will literally stand on its own because it has so much dry shampoo in it. But it makes it cringy, and then I feel like my hair actually kind of like starts breaking and falling out because there's so much dry shampoo.
You gotta try this stuff. This stuff's legit.
K18. Okay, text me.
K18 Air Wash. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh.
I mean, I just put on whenever. I'm sure that there's rules that I'm breaking. I can definitely tell you I didn't read the directions, but it's worked great for me. But I'm sure there's a method to it for sure.
Can I get it on Amazon?
I'm sure. I am sure.
And the other product that Sam got me for my birthday last year that everybody has to try, and this would have been in my top faves if I remembered it. What is the name of that brand of the body wash? Capri?
Kapari.
Kapari.
Yeah, that's like tanning oils, tanning lotions, shimmery. Like, it's just a really nice product. It doesn't feel like your typical sunscreen. And I guess another one would be, it's very viral right now, but that Loving Tan 2 hour in dark. It's like the best, and that's like straight on Amazon, a couple bucks, whatever. That's the best tanning stuff that I've ever used. And like Kristen probably has used way more tanning stuff than I have. I'm very scared of it because I'm like, the person.
No, I'll go to Hawaii with streaks because I was like, oh yeah, I definitely didn't put the mitt on and did this at 2 a.m. But that is very on par with me. So it's, not that big of a deal. But what we will do is when this episode goes live, we will make sure that we post all of these must-haves because honestly, everything that has been said really is a must-have. But with the Kapari, they have this one little gold, it's a sunscreen, and it's just kind of like a little rolly thing, and it has a little bit of a shimmer. I am someone that my pores get clogged really easily, so I kind of like battle myself. Am I going to be in the sun today? Should I do this? But we all need sunscreen every day, right? Every person's doctor will tell them that. And so I literally got read the riot act about not wearing sunscreen every day. And so I've been using this for 3 weeks straight. No breakouts, and it just literally just rolls on, and then I put my primer over it. Amazing, by Kapari. I'll post the link. And then lastly, they have a Kapari shimmer sunscreen spray bottle, and it's super light. It's just like a little glimmer, but you shake it up and you literally just spray your whole body. Make sure you get your knees, make sure you get your chest. Those are the 2 places that we as women.
This whole episode is like us and products.
I know. Okay, we're wrapping it up. Okay, so other than those things, we'll make sure we get it. And that was just a fun part because we just, San Diego, we got to talk about all of our beach loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's get into it. Chalsie, can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, your story, and how you became an attorney?
Yeah. So I'm one of those kids that was reading a lot when I was younger. So in the 5th grade, I read To Kill a Mockingbird, and I just decided right then and there. I went home and told my mom that I wanted to be a lawyer, and she was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And my parents, they were teenage parents. They've been together for 40 years now, and I was the first one in our family to kind of want to pursue anything outside of high school. So it was very much a sure, yeah, we'll see. And then that was my goal from then on. And I went through it, went to college right away, went to law school afterwards. And it was always my passion to try to work with people to help out because I lived in a more of a low income neighborhood most of my life, not all of my life, but, and you see a lot of people who don't have access to the information that they need and just the resources that are so essential in life and especially in family law. And so you're dealing with the things that are most important to you, your kids, your finances, your home, and I really wanted to make sure that I was involved in helping people.
And that's so important to Kristen and I, and I'm sure many, many family law attorneys out there that are very passionate about helping people. It's important for us to ensure that there is education behind the law, which is another reason why we fell in love with Chalsie, is that we want everyone, no matter what, to get a little something from our podcast or just online, or even just to spark the interest in empowering people to educate themselves on the process, because there is a lot to know and it can seem overwhelming, but there's a ton of resources out there for everyone to really just kind of, one, understand what's going on, but two, then be able to make meaningful decisions. So that's awesome to hear. And your answer doesn't surprise me, Chalsie.
And when you go to custodyqueens.com, there's actually, besides all of our podcasts, which are actually resources for everyone, we have everything from financial experts to domestic violence advocates and experts to financial tracing experts to matchmakers to authors, and just really everything that you go through in life, which this is the next stage of your life, and it's not bad, it's okay. And how do we help you get there? How do we help you embrace it? But we want our clients to really make their own informed decisions and think outside the box. We are giving you the information with respect to the law, how it works, what you can expect, what the benefits are, what the potential consequences are. But at the end of the day, this is your life. And we want to make sure our clients are making their decisions for them. I don't want to have a client that has buyer's remorse and I convince them to take this deal and then 2 days later, I'm the worst person. That is not how we operate. We want to make sure you guys are making those decisions. And a lot of people don't have the financial resources to hire a family law attorney, and we are very aware of that. So Sam and I actually spend quite a bit of time writing blogs that are posted. They are on our website. They are just posted on all kinds of issues, everything from intricate support issues all the way up to how do I move away to another state and I have a custody order. And if there's something that we haven't answered, send us an email, send us a DM on Instagram. Let us know what you guys want to hear from us, because we're trying to get as many topics as we can. But Sam and I really do spend a lot of time just getting this information out there. So if you can't hire an attorney, that you at least can get educated on the issue.
Yeah, and if you're looking to hire an attorney or you want some more specific advice, you can go ahead and give the Custody Queens a call. One of us can jump on the phone with you and go through an initial consultation. You can give us a call at 1-800-419-7772. That's 1-800-419-7772.
All right, Chalsie. Have you ever had a case that completely changed how you view or feel about family law?
I mean, absolutely. I'm just trying to think of a good example or way that it has. One of my first cases when I started family law, because I originally started my legal career in civil litigation. So I did a lot of work for businesses and personal injury. It just happened to be where I fell right out of law school because it was a job that was available. But when I first started family law, I had a client that was really going through it with all aspects of the divorce. And he would call me several times a week. And towards the end, when we settled everything, he said, you know, I realized that I've been using you as not just my lawyer, but my therapist. And I wanted to apologize for that, but also let you know that it really helped me understand where I was at, and you really guided me through the whole process, and it really made a difference in me being able to get to where I am. And I think that once I had that experience, I said, okay, yeah, I'm exactly where I want to be.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sam and I could both, we probably have, I think I have a couple that have changed my view for the better, and then I think I've had a couple that have made me rethink twice about my career, but I do think the positives still outweigh the rethinking ones.
And that's just, you know, one of the other things that Kristen and I always kind of talk about is we want to be genuine and authentic. We don't want people to see us as attorneys who are just attorneys. We are humans too, so burnout is a real thing. It doesn't mean that we aren't also equally passionate about what we do, and we care very much about every case. But, you know, the reality is we're all humans, and so sometimes things wear on each other, but we think that is more of a superpower because it puts us at a vantage point where, you know, we understand, we've seen this a lot. And so maybe if we're giving you a piece of advice that you can't necessarily see a little bit ahead or what the consequence of that is, lean on our knowledge because we are in this process day in and day out, right? We've chosen to really surround ourselves with divorce and custody cases, restraining order cases, and things like that. We're here to help, and that experience that we take on, I think really makes a huge difference in family law in general, and can make a giant difference in your case. How empathetic your attorney can be is not necessarily whether they're a good attorney or not, but it's part of it, understanding your case in the process.
Yeah, and we are not a one size fits all. You've heard us saying this for 5 years, and Chalsie might be the right fit for you, and I may not be. And that is what Custody Queens is all about: finding the right fit for you, finding the right fit for your budget, finding the right fit for your priorities. And that's one of the first things we do is we sit down is, okay, what are your priorities? And realistically, what are we talking about financially? What assistance are you going to be able to have, or, you know, what can we do, and how do we get there the most bang for your buck? And, you know, I've had a client for several years, and she does very, very well, and she's a high level professional, and she's got to the point where she said, Kristen, this is just getting too much. It's financially, it's really draining me, and it's getting to a point where it's affecting my mental health and my ability to be a parent. And I said, you're 100% right. We've done what we can to this point, but I think that you are very well spoken. I think that we've been going through this for a while. Like, you have the ability to advocate for yourself, and I can set you up for this. And so her and I we went through like the next phases. I kind of sent her with like a summary and just some boiling or some bullet points to how to get through the hearing. And I said, hey, if it goes south, ask for a continuance immediately, and I think you'll be fine. And she did it, and I was on standby during her entire court appearance, and because we had subbed me off the case, and I go, honestly, I was so happy for her, and it went so well. And she just sent me the nicest message saying, I don't know what attorney is sitting on standby not getting paid. I said, no, girl, I want you to have success with or without me. We are on this journey with you. That's who we are as attorneys. I just want to be with you outside of, you know, the legal litigation.
Right. All right, Chalsie, so tell us something about yourself outside of family law, maybe like an interesting fact or something people don't know about you.
Interesting fact. I got married at Disney World.
Wow,
Ooh.
literally.
So yeah, my husband and I have been together since we were 16. We were high school sweethearts. We followed each other to college. We were stupid and got engaged when we were young, and we got married when we were 23, way too young in my opinion, at that time, for us at least.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know, we have family all over the place. Let's just go. Let's do a destination wedding. And they were very big back in 2011 when we got married. And
That's awesome.
yeah, we decided that Disney World was the thing, and it actually was pretty amazing. They had everyone on staff. They had a wedding planner included. They just took care of everything, and it was great.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I've been to Disney World a few times. Disney World. I've had passes to Disneyland for 10 years, and there's something about just walking into Disneyland that makes you forget all your problems. And it's funny, like a grown adult. Even my husband goes, God, you walk in here and it's like you're a different person. I said, I don't know. Is Mickey goofy? The popcorn. Maybe it's the way your kids, react to but there is something to be said about
magical.
Disney. It is.
Is it true?
At holidays. Oh my gosh.
Kristen, you would probably know this. Is it true? I don't know if I heard this or dreamt it, that they let cats into the park at night to go get all the mice, and then the cats sit there and then leave.
Okay, I have never heard that, but if you follow, there's some kind of after dark Instagram Disney, and you could probably find it on there.
Yeah.
But that, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I just don't know how they would make sure they get all the cats out.
I don't know. I think it might just be like a
Sam and her cats. And Chelsea, if you don't know, Sam watches reality shows about cats. True story. All right, we only have a couple more minutes, so I want to get a couple more questions out of you, Chelsea. Outside of work, what are your favorite ways to unwind? Keep it PG, please.
Sure. I love the beach. I'm in San Diego. I mean, we would be silly not to enjoy the beach. It's 15 minutes. My house is very centrally located, so it's pretty much 15 minutes in any direction, and I can be somewhere that's fun and exciting. And the beach is just my happy place. I love the smell of the salt air and the ocean sounds. We use the ocean sounds as the sound machine for my daughter to sleep now. It's, just part of it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it too. All right, Sam, let's give Chelsea one more question to wrap it up.
All right, Chelsea, if you could give a piece of advice to anyone that is about to go through a divorce, what would it be?
Oh, well, I have many pieces of advice. But I think that one of the top ones that I always tell clients right off the bat is truly think about, what are your goals? What do you want out of this? Because some people are raving mad and they want revenge, and they don't care how long it takes or what kind of hearings it is or whatever. That's not really my style, but I am here for what you're trying to do. It is your life, and I am based on your goals, and I'm always going to be upfront and say, I think this can happen this way, or this might happen this way, and it might upset you if I don't say, you're absolutely right, this is going to be no problem, let's go for it. But I'm never going to.
That's such a great point.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoon feed you and say that it's going to be okay. I'm going to tell you what's real.
That's
so I
a
think
great
keeping your goals in mind is really important.
Yeah, and it's huge because once you know your goal, you can work backwards, and then we can decide, is that a reasonable goal? Is that a doable goal? What does it look like to get to that goal? Or are you just thinking something, you're, like you said, mad, and so you're reacting because of it? That's a great piece of advice.
Is it an emotionally charged goal?
Yeah.
Are you reacting because you found out there was a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Or is this truly what your deal breaker is? And usually there's a very strategic process to let those emotions die down so that we can have a heartfelt talk and figure out, is that a $20,000 goal? Because that's what it's going to cost to achieve it. Mm-hmm. And how important is that crock pot to you?
Right.
We use that as examples because that's, if that's your goal, to get that crock pot that you've had for 30 years, how much are you willing to spend on it? Because we are not attorneys that want you to spend 20 grand to get 10 grand. That's that's stupid. All right, guys, we are 1,000% out of time, and we really needed more minutes. But thank you for joining us this Saturday and every Saturday. We will make sure we post all of those must-have recommendations on our YouTube and Custody Queens Instagram. Make sure you are following Sam, myself, and Chelsea. You can find her bio and all of her information live on custodyqueens.com. So thank you for joining us today, and give us a call at 1-800-419-7772. That's 1-800-419-7772. And remember,
let love rule.